The fun. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
Come on, let's go.
Complete to Adam Thielen. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Vikings.
56. Let's go. That's a 48.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. 2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jannard Avery charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's Cousins, and he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Cousins on first down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Mike 56. Black.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Hunt. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 34 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, throw left side on target to Thielen. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 3rd down, Cousins. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Myles Garrett. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Landry again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Cousins now from the 50, being chased out left. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Stop your whining.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Cousins. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Anthony Barr in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Cleveland, and even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Mayfield on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Landry that time. Partner, switching gears for a second. A really cool moment on Sunday night when Clay Matthews, former Browns linebacker, was inducted into Cleveland's Ring of Honor. And, of course, his son Clay was playing for the opposite team that night. It was a really neat moment.
Fantastic moment. And it's Clay 2 and Clay 3, correct?
Yes.
Dad is 2. Son, who's playing for the Rams now, is 3. When he popped out there to see the rest of the...
And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. Now the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 25 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Watch out, watch out. Hey, we're good, we're good. Hey, box drop.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Christian Kirksey able to get him for a loss of about 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Cousins now. Over the middle here to Rudolph. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. This is Hunt on the draw play. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Let's go.
Third and long for Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And this one's incomplete.
Intended for Kareem Hunt. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Flushed out right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw, there's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, Wood. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 56.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Bring up 48. 56. Hey, Charlie. 56.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's able to find Diggs. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Cousins' throw complete to Thielen. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. 1st down, Minnesota.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, alert! Hey, Delta.
Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. Mayfield on 1st down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 39 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To try again after the sack. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins to throw it. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 32 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 72 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Cousins on first down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing. Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.